So Gotham returned with its 5th and final season this past Thursday, and I gotta say, it was a pretty good premiere. It was a good premiere for your final season. And a lot happened in this episode. They really captured the no man's land aspect that they were going for. It really felt like a no man's land. It felt like they were alone. The city of Gotham had no one looking out for it except for themselves, the civilians, the cops, just everyone that was left in the city. That's all they had. And there's not really much else I can say that doesn't spoil the episode, so from here on it's all going to be spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go check it out if you want to. If you don't mind getting spoiled, you can stick around. But you've been warned, let's get into it. So the episode opens up with basically the big 4 characters, the main 4 characters of the show, coming together, fighting for the city of Gotham, fighting off whatever invading force is coming in. And I'm assuming it's an epilogue of some type because it feels like it's a time jump from where the actual episode starts, because this is just the opening, then you get the title card and it goes into the actual episode. And if this was before all that, it doesn't make much sense because of what happened in the episode and everything. Because it's Riddler, Penguin, Bullock, and Gordon, and for Riddler to be there, it doesn't make sense because of how the episode opens, and from the promo we saw, him confronting Penguin, "You broke me." It doesn't make sense for that to happen before, so I'm sure a lot of you guys knew that. Just kind of wanted to go over it because I was a bit confused on it for a little bit. Because I didn't put way too much thought into it at first. I'm just like, this is a cool scene. This is a great way to open the episode. So Riddler, I don't really know what's going on with him. He keeps waking up in places. He doesn't know how he got there. He looks in the mirror at some point in the episode, and it's like Riddler talking to Ed, and it's like, you're controlling me. This is how I'm getting places I don't know how I'm getting. I don't know, it's that whole thing again, and I didn't really like that in Season 4. That's, like, the one thing I didn't like about the Riddler throughout the whole show's run, is that they're kind of going for the split personality type thing. I just want him to be the Riddler, not be Edward Nygma, even though he is Edward Nygma, obviously, but Edward Nygma isn't trying to come out and keep the Riddler inside. He is the Riddler, and he needs to embrace that. That's why I like him so much. He embraces that persona. And he thinks he is the smartest guy in the room all the time. Doesn't matter who's in there with him. This is before Batman, so he probably should be the smartest guy in the room. And there's really only one other thing I found negative about this episode. I'll go ahead and get into that, get the negatives out of the way. The other thing I didn't really like about the episode was Tabitha's death, and it's not because she died. I don't really care that she died. It's the final season, it's whatever. I thought she was actually an okay character. She's way better than Barbara in my opinion. I know a lot of people hated her, and hey, it's whatever. It doesn't hurt me that she's gone, but she was an okay character. The thing that bothers me is that it was so underwhelming. She was a character that was built up since Season 2. She was the main focus for a lot of that time. And her death is just getting stabbed by Penguin. Doesn't go out in a blast or anything like that. It's just a simple confrontation. She gets stabbed. She tried to shoot Penguin at first, and the bullets weren't good bullets, something like that. It's just really underwhelming. That and some of the Riddler stuff is the only negatives I have about this episode, though. But the rest of the confrontation is probably my favorite part of the episode. Just the confrontation between the GCPD and Penguin, it's great. And the whole reason this goes down is because of a helicopter Bruce had fly into Gotham to deliver some supplies. Got shot down, and they go, Oswald's there, so they think he did it. But the whole reason the copter got called in is because Scarecrow and Scarecrow's men, they stole food from the GCPD. I'm pretty sure it's the GCPD. And they stole medicine from the hospitals. And the Jim versus Scarecrow fight, that was another highlight in this episode. Bruce versus the Scarecrow thugs, that was great. It really looks like they're going to be pushing Bruce crime fighting, working his way to Batman. Of course, since this is the final season and Batman is confirmed for the end of the season. I just hope we get more of his detective work throughout the season. If they're going to be pushing the crime fighting, why not push the other big aspect of Batman? I'm glad Scarecrow really got his moments to shine in this episode because he got some at the beginning of Season 4, but the rest of Season 4 that he was in, he was really overshadowed by Jerome. So I'm glad he got a big moment here and he got his moment to shine, and the design of Scarecrow in the show looks great. He looks like the Scarecrow. But back to the copter thing, they go confront Penguin, and this is great. After Tabitha's death, Penguin has Barbara at gunpoint. Jim's like, if you spare Barbara's life, half the supplies, we'll split it 50-50. Penguin says, How about I take all the supplies for myself, I kill Barbara, and you can walk out of here with your life. Then Penguin goes on, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like you have no ammo and nothing to offer. Then Bullock just fires a couple shots, and the GCPD starts firing, and Jim shoots Penguin in the leg, and Penguin's reaction, well, this is later in the episode, but it's still great. He's like, I just fixed this, so I guess he fixed his limp, but we all know he's got a limp. So he had to get it back, of course. So I just love this confrontation here. Penguin is always a standout character. Selena's, of course, been in the hospital the whole episode because of what Jeremiah did to her at the end of Season 4. She's not going to be able to walk again. Or that's what the doctors say, at least. She won't ever be able to walk again, so she feels completely helpless. She feels like life isn't worth living anymore, and she actually tries to kill herself at the end of the episode. Doctors catch her trying to do this, and they put her to sleep. They say they have restraint for her once she wakes. And this one nurse lady keeps mentioning to Bruce, well, she only mentioned it twice, but she mentioned it earlier in the episode before this to Bruce that he needs to go find the witch if he wants to make Selena better. So Bruce is like, who is this witch? And that's the last we see of that, but the witch thing I didn't pay much attention to at the beginning when she said it at first. I'm like, oh, okay. And I should have known it was a big deal, and I kind of did. That was in the back of my mind, but I was like, whatever, the witch. I was like, I don't know who that is. If it doesn't get brought up again, it's probably not that important. It gets brought up again, so of course it's going to be important. And from the trailers and stuff we saw, we know Selena's going to be able to walk again. Her eyes are going to, like, go yellow, and it's like they're pushing for a Batman Returns type Catwoman, but it's a completely different take. They're getting there in a different way, and it's not going to be exactly like Batman Returns, of course. But it seems that it's going to have that type of kind of supernatural element to her character. So I'm interested to see where that goes. But Jeremiah, he has not been seen for months. He hasn't been seen since the night the bridges blew, so that's definitely interesting. I'm sure we'll be seeing him very soon, but I have no idea where he went, and for him being their Joker, I'm pretty sure he's their final Joker. For him to be gone that long is definitely interesting because you know the Joker doesn't stay out of things that long. He's always causing chaos, he's always causing havoc, so once he comes back, he's probably going to have a huge plan for Gotham. And we know he's coming back soon, of course, because not only is this the final season, but we see Proto Harley in the GCPD. And I believe it's the map she goes up to, like the map of Gotham, the map that Gordon was going over earlier in the episode, explaining where all the villains were. And that was something else that was cool about this episode. They kind of break down where all the villains are. Like, all the villains are in a different part of Gotham. But Gordon sees the map after Harley leaves. And it has ha 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 written all over it, smiley face. So he knows Jeremiah's coming soon. And at the very end of the episode, this Refugee Kid or whatever, like, he wasn't even in Gotham. He gets the GCPD. And this kid's got to be a spy or something. It can't just be some kid. Because why would they introduce some kid? He's something more. I don't know if Jeremiah sent him. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if this is going to have something to do with Bane or another one of the villains. But this kid is going to serve a greater purpose, of course. Definitely interested to find out more. This episode definitely raised a lot of questions, and I cannot wait for them to be answered. And once the episode ended, of course, we got the promo for the next episode, and it is interesting how they did this promo, because it seems that it's not only a promo for the next episode, but the entire season. I'm not sure why they did it that way, because it was kind of confusing to me at first, because I'm like, because it was only like a 40-second promo. That's a short promo for a season promo. And it's unclear if this is a season promo to what's going to be in the next episode. Which that might be intentional. They may not want you to know exactly what's going to be next episode. Keep the mystery, keep you intrigued. But I was so confused when I first watched it because I thought this was just an episode promo. Even though at the beginning it does say this season, I still thought it was an episode promo because of how short it was. And I was like, man, this is packed for one episode. There's so much that's going to happen in this next episode. You're getting Jeremiah, you're getting Bane, you're getting all this stuff. But the one thing that kind of throws me off that this is not going to be next episode is that Selena's up and well again. She's got the yellow eye. She's walking. I do not think she's going to be walking this soon. I could have bought that Bane's going to be in the next episode and that Jeremiah was coming back next episode. I don't even know if we're going to get either of those things next episode. Also, the Riddler confronting Penguin about "you broke me." I don't know if that would be next episode. That seems a little too early. That seems like middle of the season type confrontation right there. But I don't know, I just wanted to go over the promo real quick because it was so packed, and I don't think it's just an episode promo because that's way too much for a 40-minute episode. That promo definitely did get me hyped for the rest of the season. I am so excited to see this final season play out, and I am so sad that it is the final season. But I thought it got off to a great start. I loved the premiere. I'm going to give it an 8.9 out of 10. It was a solid premiere. Watching the episode, it just made me not want this show to end. It's going to be sad to see the show go because this episode was so enjoyable. And more often than not, even when Gotham doesn't have great episodes, they are still enjoyable a lot of the time. So let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys sometime.
My leg! He shot my leg! I just fixed this!